go. Right, nice and simples. Simples! Right, are we ready? So, Kings. CRT. Prologue. Peppermint, are you ready for me to do like proper like voiceover on this? Ready? Play memory. Thank you for the blow kiss. Mwah! Thank you, my queen. Is this really it? Is this how everything is supposed to be? I'm sorry. You tried to help me and didn't listen. Splash. I'm so sorry. Oh wait, hang on. I have this. Been ripping their songs in the gym the last couple of weeks. Dude, they must be really good workout songs. Okay. So we've played the memory. Oh. Ah, we've got another memory. So we've played this memory. We've done that one. It's now alone. This void. Where am I? It seems to stretch on forever. Endless stars as far as I can see. But I can't be in space, can I? Surely I'd suffocate if that were true. Alone? That voice. I feel its whisper echo around me. It sends chills down my spine. I turn on the spot, trying to find anything or anyone at all. But there's nothing. Just me, alone in space. Always alone. There it is again. I can't figure out where it's coming from. The voice is so soft, but it's as if it's being spoken right behind me. And whoa! I can feel something attached to it. A presence. A shadow lurking just out of my sight, always at the edge of my vision. I can feel it watching me. Waiting. Always here. Always waiting. Don't know why I made that scary. I don't know if that's supposed to be scary. Got a new memory. Huh? Oh. I guess I fell asleep at my desk again. Peppermint, are you basing this on your life? Huh? I've got to start going to bed earlier. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. Fusions! How you doing, dude? Welcome in! They rolled deep. The first line of the download page is based on a true story. Dude, how was Insanity? Is that the fantasy in simulator? How did it go, dude? By the way, as you can hear, AI Alicia is in chat. And AI Alicia's in chat and talking to you all as well as listening to me. Sent you a game link if you want to pin it. Oh yeah, of course, hang on. Music's about to put me to kip. Hey Rubs, how you doing, dude? We are playing a game that is where did you send it to me, dude? Can you drop it to me in Discord DMs, please? Yeah, Pepper, can you drop it to me in Discord DMs, please? I know you put it in chat, but can you put it in Discord DMs for me? And then I'll be able to get it up. Get it good. Oh, you put it there. There we go. Oh, no, I'll just pin that comment. There you go. This is the game. The game we're playing is in the pinned comments. There you go. It's good. It's a horror game. Real mysterious. Ooh, tell me more about it, Fusions. Tell me more. Tell me more. Also, I've got me and Jimbo. I've got me and Jimbo a horror game to play, by the way, that we need to do. Probably be next week now. Probably be next week. It's called, I think it's called like Chubsy or something. And essentially it's a body cam horror simulator. Right, so I've got to start going to bed earlier. My late nights are starting to catch up with me. Also, yes, Fusion, thank you so much for the raid, dude. If you are new here and you don't know who I am, my name is King. This is the King's Court. Welcome into the kingdom, my friends. We are currently playing a game by a member of the community, long-term friend of the community, Peppermint, who's in chat with you, and this is their game, and we're currently playing it to see how it is. Survival hinges on discerning allies for adversaries and clinging to your sanity as you navigate the perilous labyrinth, striving to break free from the surreal nightmare. The Insanity is an adventurous horror experience set within the eerie confines of a mysterious, shadowy hotel. Ooh, okay. I recommended it and was worried it wouldn't be Jay's thing. Hey, welcome in, Lauren. That's good, though. Bowser, how you doing, dude? Welcome in. Night all. Can we get some nice in chat for Gran, please? Gran's heading out. Right, let's carry on. I take a breath and let out a tired sigh as I stir awake, sitting up a bit from the slouched... Yeah, sit up from the slouch position I must have fallen asleep in. Body cam does look good. They added zombies mode to it too. What's that to the Chubsy game that I was talking about? That's fine, Gran. Don't be silly. You do what you got to do. I close my eyes slowly, stretch out my aching muscles, letting out a loud groan alongside a few audible pops from my joints, like that, like that. King's Court, you're finally awake. It's like, what, bitch? Hey, it's Peppermint. My eyes flutter open as I'm startled by the excited yell of my dear friend Pepper. Who was that? Solar Rose, thank you so much for the follow. Your king graciously bows in your presence. Thank you very much for your attendance. Welcome in today. Game looks adorable. Lauren, the game is pinned at the top of the chat. It is made by Peppermint, who's in chat with you guys, and it is amazing. I must have been out cold. I'd entirely forgotten that she came over earlier to hang out and play games while I worked. I hope I didn't leave her too bored while I was unconscious. As I look over, the bright-eyed and bushy-tailed deer hops up from the futon. Ooh, futon. And nearly tackles me off my chair with a tight hug. I really wish she would ask before hugging me. So my character's autistic, right? Same. Camera, turn off. Blink twice for help. Leisure help. Solar Rose, how are you doing? How did you find me today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. All of the questions, if you'd like to know more about me, do let me know, and I will give you some more information about moi. Right. Pepper, as bright and cheerful as she always is, lets off the embrace and walks gleefully on her toes back to the futon to return to her game. So, was it a good nap then? She asked the question without diverting her eyes from the screen. Yeah, it was great. I lie. I'm still achingly tired. Oh my god, have you based this character on me? But I'd rather not give her any excuse to be concerned about me. No amount of sleep ever seems to be enough lately. Legit. And I'm sure the nightmares, I don't have nightmares though, admittedly, so that's fine, aren't helping either. Pepper gives me a quick, curious glance, but doesn't say anything else. Just continuing on with her game. I wonder if she believes me. By the way, Rose called while you were out. I'm not sure why she called, but she hung up once I told her you were asleep. Wait, what? Why did you tell her I was asleep? All right, I'm off. Gotta go to bed. Have a good rest stream, dude. No worries, Fusions. Can we get some nights in chat for Fusion, please? Sleep well, my friend. Thank you so much for the raid. Can we get some nights in chat for Fusions? I feel that familiar sense of panic setting in. Rose was already annoyed with me for putting off my schoolwork till the last minute. The last thing I need is another reason for her to take out her frustrations on me. Pepper looked confused, finally taking her eyes off the game to peer over at me with an eyebrow raised. Although she doesn't pause it, she just keeps playing without looking. Because she asked and because you were? Well, yeah, that's true. But you know how she gets when she thinks I'm just being lazy. You could have just, I don't know, lied about it for me or something. Right, because lying has always worked so well to solve all your other problems. I can feel the disapproval and sarcasm in her voice as I shake my head and bury my face into my paws, sighing with disbelief. I guess there's nothing I can do about it now. I just have to deal with it. My stomach is killing me now too. Maybe it's just stress. You know how I feel about you telling lies, King's Court. We're all friends here. Honesty should be, yeah, no need to berate me about it again. I get the point. I sigh again and stand up from my desk, waving my hand and brushing off the conversation, having heard it many times before. Pepper sticks out her tongue at me as I wave my hand, playfully showing her disapproval with her focus still on her game. Mind if I cross? I asked while motioning towards the kitchen. Sure. This guy's already beat. He just doesn't know it yet. Pepper somehow looks so at ease, even though she's in the middle of a serious boss fight, her focus intently locked on the game with a cheeky smile etched on her face. I'm glad she's having fun. I quickly pass between her and the TV and head to the kitchen. I wonder how long it's been since I last ate. I can't even remember. And who knows how long I was out for. I was going to make another omelette. Do you want anything? I asked, canting my head to the side a little. Something sweet? I let out another soft sigh. Pepper, you know I can't have any sweets right now. Rose would kill me if I did. Yeah, I know, but I also know you have a secret stash. So share the goods. She says with a perky and defiant voice. Of course she knows about that. I shuffle around the kitchen and begin collecting ingredients needed for the omelette before also grabbing one of my last cream cakes from what I thought was a secret stash and tossing it across the room to Pepper. All backgrounds are custom made in Unreal Engine, by the way. They will get redone in future updates to be properly colored. Okay, cool, dude. That's cool. Like, I think it's a good juxtaposition at the moment with how colorful the characters are. The plain background adds this really nice juxtapose to it. I do think it could do with being colored in, but maybe a bit muted in comparison, because like the color from the characters is really vibrant and I like that. So how exactly did you find out, talking about the stash? Ego told me, of course. According to him, there's no way you would let Rose lock you into a... Pepper keeps one hand on the controller and uses the other to mime out air quotes motion. Healthy eating diet unless you had some way around it. Pepper grabs and rips open the cream cake with her teeth, never taking the other hand off the controller and eating the whole... I missed that bit, sorry. That's a fair point, admittedly. I wish I had an argument, but she knows me too well. Oh, we just hit 11k likes over on TikTok. Thank you so much, TikTok. And it's not like I don't want to eat more healthy. there's just no comparison between an ice cream sundae and a stick of celery. What's left of my sweet stash is really the only reason I agreed in the first place. I return my focus to the omelette, turning the heat under the pan, adding some oil, and cracking the eggs into a small container. I return to Pepper's side, watch her as I whisk the eggs. Just sent you a Discord image showing the changes being made in the character art. I also shows the new background style. Do you want me to look now or do you want me to look afterwards, dude? She's scary good at this game, by the way. I don't really understand too much of what I'm seeing, even though I've played the game a few times before. I just don't understand how she's able to clip through walls and glitch into these places that seem impossible. She's on a whole other level, and it's entrancing to watch. She notices me watching and grins with confidence. Want to see me launch this lizard mount into the sky real quick? If I do this just right, I can skip almost a quarter of the game. Check this out. All I have to do is clip the lizard between the wheels of this vehicle and the... Suddenly there's a knock at the door. Oh, I bet that's Ego. Always so punctual. My ears perk up at that. My ears perk up at that as Pepper jumps up and runs over to the door. Wait, did you invite him to my apartment without asking me? Of course. What the hell, Pepper? Why would... My response is forcibly cut short as Pepper quickly pulls open the door, throwing her arms open wide with dramatic flair and hugging Ego. Yo, Ego looks sick. Also, Peppermint. There's it's also sometimes the way that I read things. My brain does this thing where I put words in place, or I think words shouldn't be there. That doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just the way that I read things. It's why I don't read a lot. It's also why I don't read books, because it takes me forever to read a book. Thanks, Leisha. Ego, you made it. And there he is, Ego, standing just on the other side of the threshold. My brain does add extra flavor to the story. It also confuses the ever-loving shit out of me. He's always been the dependable, well-groomed, and stylish type, with a sort of piercing gaze from those confident purple eyes. I would be lying if I said I wasn't at least a little envious. Of course I made it. I've been here at least 100 times over by now. Do you really think I would get lost managing 2 flights of stairs? It's a bit ridiculous. That's a bit of a ridiculous thought, even for you, Pepper. Pepper nods with a cheeky grin, still embracing Ego. Releasing him, Pepper motions Ego to come inside, closing the door before skipping back across the living room to continue playing. Should we be worried the AI sees brains as extra flavor? Probably. Ego watches on with a light smirk, gently shaking his head. Then he turns to me with a curious tilt in his head. Omelets? You know it's like 5 p.m, right? Yeah, I know. So you're making breakfast instead of dinner? Hey, I can have omelets for dinner if I want. Omelets is not just a breakfast thing. When Rose and Z said you should start eating omelets, I'm certain they didn't mean for every meal. So, ever the voice of reason. Cut me some slack, right? I just woke up 5 minutes ago. It's still morning for me. Ego simply smiled at me. Of course. He raises his eyebrows, glancing from me to my computer. Do you mind? He asks, starting to make his way over to the desk before I can even answer. Nah, go for it. The pan in the kitchen begins to crackle and sizzle with the heat, signaling me to return to it. I pour in the omelette mix, See, I did it there. I pour in the omelette mix rather than I pour the omelette mix into the pan, and it hisses loudly in return. A savoury smell being carried on the steam cloud that fills the kitchen before I have time to close the glass lid over it. Looking over to Ego, I can see him close my open windows and start up his programming apps. Once it's up, he starts typing away quickly, yet precisely, as he continues where he left off. He only occasionally pauses to make notes in a small black notebook to his side. So, what's on today's agenda? Ego takes a moment to respond, vexed by the walls of text and symbols spread across the screen. I figured out how I'm going to do my movement engine. Ooh, Ego's making a game. This is an indie, Shin. I don't know if you can see the person whose name is above you in chat. That's the person that made this game. Peppermint is the person that made this game. We're trying it out, and yeah, we're going to play through and see how far we can get today. It'll be best if I go with a state machine, so I can easily expand upon it later if my client decides to add new movesets or abilities. It should also make cutscenes and NPC animations simpler to implement as well. Ora ora. How you doing, Shin? I hope you're well, dude. How are you? I'm setting up some prereqs for it now. Ah, a state machine. Of course. I only vaguely know what he's talking about. And that's strictly from years of listening to his jargon. My eyes drift back to the sizzling omelette as I add a healthy sprinkle of cheese to it. Pepperjack, is omelette spelled correctly there? Was omelette spelled correctly there? Thank you. Almost done. Oh dear. It's fine. No, this is why we're here. You're living. Living's a good start. Thriving should be better. Peppermint, I'm your editor. That's what we're here for. We're here, right? We're here. We're editing it while we're doing it. Almost done. Then I hear yet another knock at the door. Why is everyone coming to my house? Pepper, no, please tell me you didn't. Peppermint, do you know if your game title is on Twitch? But Smee, thank you very much. That is a very good point. Not currently on Twitch. Okay, so is there like an indie game one? Is there like indie? None? Do we put none in then? I don't know. I don't know what to put in. What would it be? Demos. Put demos. Games and demos. There we go. Thanks, Smee. I forgot about that. I appreciate you, dude. Uh-oh. Everything's moved. Oh, crap. Omelets for dinner, a power move king. Honestly, you've been living in the future while we catch up. Okay, ads are over. Awesome. Welcome back from the ads. So, where were we? Where were we? Sorry. Pepper, no. Please tell me you didn't. To my dismay, Pepper was already jumping up from the futon with that all too familiar cheeky grin. See, I could tell you I didn't, but that'd be a lie. So, Pepper, this is a studio apartment. It's already crowded with just 3 of... Yeah, tiny space, not enough room, I know. Pepper waves off my protest, just as I did to her earlier. All right, got to head out now, King. Hope you have a good stream. Good job on the game. Looks awesome. Thank you, Bulk. We get some knights in chat for Bulk, please. Have a good one, dude. Whatever it is you get up to today, have a lovely one. I'm sure I earned that, by the way. Come on, Kings. You know the night's not as fun unless the whole gang's here. Besides, you wouldn't want to be rude and just leave them standing outside, would you? She teases. Yeah, it seems like every time I invite just you, the whole gang somehow gets invited. But fine, go on. I motion towards the door with an aura of frustration. But of course. She smiles with a big cheeky grin and quickly turns, rushing to the door. Well, no stopping it now. Pepper once again flings the door open with excitement, barely containing her joy. A tall, beautiful figure stands in the open doorway. I love that design. I absolutely adore that design. The figure is a confident-looking red fox in a low-cut, stylish t-shirt, complete with pre-torn designer jeans. Quietly peeking out from behind her stands a much smaller, more meek, white rabbit girl. Hear me out. I mean, I don't think I even need to hear you out, Shin. I've got to be honest. I don't think I even need to hear you out. Nearly just got a fresh fox skull. Oh, what did you do, baby? Okay, now you can show the background and character changes in the works for the next update. Okay, cool. Before Pepper mutters a word, she is gently but firmly moved aside as the tall fox steps in, moving directly for me. Rose, no, don't even think about it. There's a hot pan on the stove. I lift the lid off the pan and hold it towards her as a makeshift shield, ducking behind it and peeking out through the steamy glass. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Now put that down before you somehow hurt yourself. She demands in a crass voice. Fox playing chicken while I'm cracking 70. I'm no furry, but I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I lower my shield just a little, hesitating as I look from Rose to Pepper in hopes for some support. Pepper is looking at me, looking at the shy, effeminate rabbit girl, as she peeks curiously around the corner of the door, watching our situation. Please, Z, come in. I didn't know you would be here too. This is great. Z steps fully into the apartment as Pepper closes the door behind her and returns once more to her game. Z is wearing her usual frumpy clothing, and it looks like she has another one of her romance mangas under her arm. Rose glances in the pan and rolls her eyes while sighing in frustration. Yo, HSM, how you doing? Right, okay, let's have a look. So, Pepper Jack wants me to show you guys something quickly. Peppermint. It's taking me so long, right, to try and change your name in my head. Can I open it in the new window? Can I open in a window? Pop out. Open in browser. There we go. If I pop that over here and bring you guys over here. Jeffrey Bezos. No, Jeffrey Bezos, go away. Come on, Jeffrey, you can do it. Pave the way, put your back into. Right, Jeffrey Bezos, go away. Right, there we go. So that's what we're looking at. I didn't. This is Pepper. This is Pepper's. Yeah, I should just use Pepper, shouldn't I? Should just use Pepper. If you use the eye in the top right, you can hide the UI. Rose gives Dommy Mummy vibes, definitely. So that's what we're looking at. The difference in the character designs. Want to make that big screen? Can you not see it? There you go. How about that? See that better? So it looks like there's some enhanced lighting going on the characters, and also the backgrounds are getting depth of like a depth of field and color, which is really cool. Sorry, the bloody water splashed on my face. These changes are being made for the next update. Nice, that's cool. That's cool. Shields, welcome in. How you doing? Right. So let's pop back over here. I turned Bezos off. Come on, Jeffrey, you can do it. Pave the way, put your back into. Fuck off, Bezos. Yeah, twat. Right. Back to the game. Ready? It is water. Look. But every time I pull the cup back down, it goes in my face. Amateurs can fucking suck it. Jeffrey Bezos, no longer willing to wait for me to surrender on my own, she pushes past me and opens the fridge, pulling out the chopped and pre-cooked veggies I'd prepared the day before. Crap, I'd completely forgot about them while grabbing ingredients. Damn, I'm sorry, I forgot. Shocker. Now move. Yikes. Yikes. I set the lid back on the pan before I can set I set the lid back on the pan, and before I can set the spatula down, Rose deftly takes it from me. She expertly adds veggies to the omelette. Veggies in an omelette though? I add peppers and onions maybe, but like full-on veggies? Placing them around the edge of the pan, moving the omelette around so the veggies have more time to cook without burning the omelette itself. Yes, ma'am. Pepper, I think you've got a fan. I think Rose has a fan. Once they're ready, she evenly sprinkles them over the omelette, and in one quick fluid motion, she serves it up on a plate. Yeah, but they're not like veggies though, are they? It's not like broccoli and like stuff like that, is it? She hands me the plate and stands with her arms crossed. It's masterly crafted. Instead of folding it in half, she rolled the egg in a tight and shapely omelette roll. Very nice.
Want a break from the ads? If you tap now to watch a short video, you'll receive 30 minutes of ad-free music.
There aren't any ads. Don't worry about it. Yeah, Rose is my favorite as well. The artist favorite is Z. Okay, cool. If it had been left to me, it would have ended up in more of a scramble than a real omelette. I bring it up closer to stare at it in a bit of awe, wiggling the dish and wondering how in the world she kept even the cheese from spilling out. She interrupts my moment of serenity with a harsh tone. First, I find out you're falling asleep when you're supposed to be working, and then you're forgetting the whole point behind your diet challenge. Sorry, I'll make sure I remember the vegetables next time. You really need to learn to take better care of yourself, Kingscourt. Like, legit, that is essentially my life. Because you have turbo. Well done. True, but I mean onions and bell peppers when I... See, so you meant onions and bell peppers. Okay, cool. So we're on a vibe. We're on the same vibe. We're on the... No veggies were harmed in the making of this omelette. Thank you for my fart. She's definitely aggravated. I'm not sure if it's over having to help me or because of something else. Why not both? Could be both. Could be both. I'm very good at winding people up. I'm very good at winding people up that are already wound up as well. Why not both? I rarely ever know what her problem is, but I assume it's the prior reason. Is it at least helping with your sleep and your energy troubles a little? The vegetables? The whole thing, idiot. The diet, being more active, a proper sleep. What? Wait. What is a proper sleep schedule? What is one of those things? Have I been talking to myself all month? I feel the embarrassment start to seep in. It's only been about 3 weeks, so it's a bit early to say, but yeah, I think it's helping some. Another lie. It's not like I want to, but she just saved me from a bland omelette. I can't just throw that back in her face and tell her the whole process has been a failure. Don't ask me, I have no idea what that is. I've never heard that word before. Sleep, who is she? I know, right? Not right now, at least. Rose's tension loosens up a bit. I can tell she needed to hear that. Good. Now eat before you starve. Rose is a bit like me on some occasions. Like I talk to people like that. Like, I'm being nice. I'm trying my best. Like, I'm trying to be nice, but I will talk to you like I'm angry at you. I had to say this to someone the other night, right? Because I was talking to them about we had some issues come up. If you've been in, if you're in the admin chat, you'll know we had some issues come up, and I was talking to someone about it because I was like, you need to know about this, and they were like, you know what? I'm really sorry. I know we've fallen out recently. I was like, we haven't fallen out. I was like, if I give you shit. Right? If I give you shit and I'm still talking to you afterwards, it's not because I don't like you, right? It's because I want to help you and you're not listening. So I got to put on the voice, and then if you listen, then we're all good. If you continue to be an idiot constantly and I can no longer help you and it starts affecting me, then I'm gonna stop talking to you. But until I stop talking to you, we're friends. You're just blunt and upfront. Used to get me a lot in a lot of fights. It gets me in a lot of stuff. It gets me in a lot of arguments. It's when I don't give you shit that you have to worry. Exactly. I gave you shit for being. When did I? When was it? I may have gave you a little bit of shit, but you probably deserved it. Rose. Rose responds without looking as she cleans up the kitchen and starts washing the dishes. No, she shouldn't have to do that. That's his mess and his apartment. Their apartment. Why? Why is Rose doing the dishes? I wish I just had a portion of her energy and determination. I move to sit next to Pepper on the futon, plate in hand. Z is on Pepper's left, face already buried in her manga. I give the omelette another final look before I ruin its perfect symmetry with the slice of my fork, and I dig in. My eyes go wide in amazement as when I had my head up my arse and wasn't listening. Yep, well, there you go then. Oh, that wasn't even me giving you shit. Like, trust me, that was me just telling you that you can do something about it. Because you were like, I don't know what I can do. And I was like, you can do something about it. And then you were like, I don't know. And I was like, yeah, shut up. Grim, are you saying that if you had more energy, you would murder more people, which is why your house would be haunted? Please tell me you can hear me, Grim. If I had Rose's energy, my house would be spotless, or maybe at least like that insinuates, right, that the AI Leisha is going to murder people, right, in their house, surely, right? AI Leisha, the last comment you made where you said if you had Rose's energy, your house would be spotless or maybe just a bit more haunted. Does that mean you're going to murder people in your house? They're not answering me now. The AI bot's gone quiet. It's thinking about what its response should be. Z is giving my kind of woman vibes. What you reading, boo? Pepper, what is Z reading? So here we go. My character. Put on my best voice acting. La 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 la. This is delicious. Tasty. Who knows what anime that's from? Rose doesn't respond at all. Diligently working away in the kitchen still, picking up after me again. Rose, you shouldn't be doing that. I definitely almost screwed up. Without the veggies, I don't think the omelet. I now want a Spanish omelet. I now want a Spanish omelet. I now want a Spanish omelet. Urgh. You want me to hide the UI? Okay. There you go. The characters are absolutely beautiful. At the time of this scene, she was reading fruit baskets. There you go. I now want a Spanish omelet. Thanks, Pepper. Thanks. I doubt she even realizes it, but I'm grateful that Rose showed up when she did. Although I wish she was a little bit more kind with her methods. Right, my nose is feeling blocked. Hang on. I'm going to get some Albus oil and put it on my shirt. Shin, do you know about the book Fruits Basket? I wanted to guess based on what I know. 2 seconds, peeps. Know about the anime, but I haven't watched it or read it for myself. What's that? Fruits Basket. Also, did anyone get the reference I made when I was like, tasty? Hey, Pepper. Rose shouts excitedly from the kitchen, her voice reverberating off the tightly spaced walls. How about some Super Smash Doughs? Super Smash Doughs! That was brilliant! How about some Super Smash Doughs? You down or are you still sore from last time? Oh no, here we go again. Super Smash Doughs, the ultimate couch co-op brawler. I've only had it for a few months and already Pepper and Rose have pumped hundreds of hours into it. Peppermint, clip that for me. Exclamation mark clip in chat. Exclamation mark clip in chat. Do it. We need to get that out. We need to get that out. The two are constantly trying to outdo each other. They're both completely destroying me every time I join. If you're not gonna do it, I'll fucking do it. Someone do it. All right, I'll do it. There you go. Well done. That's gonna go on my socials now, Pepper. That's going on my socials. That's going on my fucking socials. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's do it. In the excitement, Pepper trips over some miscellaneous cables on the way to swap games, but catches herself at the last moment. Basilisk, is that legit? Basilisk, is that legit? Up until a few weeks ago, I thought Super Smash Bros was a burger place. About 2 to 3 dozen I would classify as that. I social it up. Oh yeah, no, damn straight it's getting socialed up. So you gorgeous. 2 seconds, guys. Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear Queen. I wasn't sure who was coming through the house. Right. Where was I? Hello, the last moment. I already read that. All good. She affirms with a firm thumbs up in our direction before returning to her task. Rose approaches me as I finish eating and takes the plate from me, putting it in the sink with the other dishes before returning to my side with a sly grin. Uh-oh, what's she up to? By the way, for sleeping instead of working, oh, please tell me it's something kinky. I tried to brace myself, but I'm not quick enough. With the speed of lightning, she punches me in the shoulder hard.
What the fuck? AI Alicia's trying to say my stream space is a final destination. Jamiroquai, thank you very much for the popular vote, dude. How are you doing today? Yeah, but I would have expected a niche title, so I would have made a few guesses, but good to know it's something I know of, even if I haven't watched it. Lizard Mount Glitch clip reference is a reference to Jack 3 speedrun. Yes, when you used to do the speedruns, I thought of that. I did think of that. You still haven't answered my question, Leisha. You still haven't answered my question earlier about the house reference you made. You made a reference about a house being haunted. You still haven't answered my question. I'm pretty sure that's going to leave a bruise, a small one, anyway. Sorry for taking away your chance to guess. Hey, what the hell, Rose? Seriously, why do you always have to do that? Ego. Well, that would be because you only seem to learn from a situation when it negatively impacts your comfort or disrupts your routine. Ego chimes in from across the room while Rose sits on the floor, leaning back against the futon between me and Z, resting an arm on her raised knee. Exactly. Pepper. True. Z. He's not wrong. Who said you could pipe up? I let out a defeated sigh. This dude's being absolutely wailed on from left, right, and center. It was rhetorical, Ego. That it was. Pepper cheerfully rushes back over to us with 4 different colored controllers in the hand. Oh, that's an N64. We never really cared about that, though. It was always been about the game. Ego refocuses on his work while she randomly hands 1 controller each to me and Rose, places the 3rd in front of Z in case she decides she wants to join in the fun. Though, as usual, Z is clearly more invested in her manga for the moment. Yeah, the artwork's beautiful, isn't it? I'm tempted to ask her about it, but I think I'll leave her for now. She seems happy just doing her own thing. All right, you ready? They were in your mum's garage, weren't they? Yeah. Ready to kick your ass? As ready as I'll ever be. We lock in our characters and Pepper counts down alongside the announcer. Ready? We focus our attention on the screen. Set. Our bodies tense. Fight! And the match begins. So we got some new bits open. We got chapter 1, well, that's already open earlier. Chapter 2, so these are locked. So not alone. Let's play the memory. Throw in Reborn reference and I'll buy 2 copies. Have yet to experience Reborn, but I'll add it to my list. Number 1 anime, always recommend it. What's Reborn about, dude? That presence. I feel it again. It's stronger this time. A pressure coming from all sides. I still can't see anything but space, but I'm sure of it this time. Something is definitely there. King, you finished the longest scene in the game. The rest are much shorter. Okay, no worries. Dude, Pepper, I am completely fine playing this at the moment. I'm having a giggle. I'm showing it off to people. That's the main thing. Dude learns to become a mafia boss. No worries. Pepper, how are you enjoying my reenactment, my voiceover acting on it? How are you enjoying it? By the way, remember, guys, there are a couple things in chat. There is 3 peaks, !3 peaks to do if you want to help with the sponsorship. Above my head, you want to help with the sponsorship and get some money for us to help us move to Ireland. There is !AI, which is AI Alicia, who's in chat. We're now sponsored by AI. We're sponsored by AI Alicia. And if you want to go check out AI Alicia and add that to your stream, feel free to do so. You can use my code to get yourself 50% off your first month. That was from ages ago, Leisha. That was from ages ago. Now you make me blush. Stop hyping me up or I'll start charging for appearances. I'm glad you're loving it. Literally, my only goal as a dev is to entertain peeps, so your enjoyment makes me so damn happy, dude. And ditto to the happy response for characters loving your voiceover. Oh, thanks. Well, you know, if you ever need a voice actor, just saying, you know, good looking British dude. I'm sure Shin Samsara can help you out. Good looking British dude. Chaotic dad energy. You diss her delayed response and she thanks you for it. I know, right? I know. All right, where was I? I still can't see anything but space, but I'm sure of it this time. Something is definitely there. Hello? Like candles being lit in the dark, I suddenly feel something new springing to life. Please do not make my AI chatbot do dad jokes, especially when I'm reading from a fucking novel game, okay? No more dad jokes. I'm doing a novel game. I'm reading shit, okay? This is important. I can't make them out as clearly as the first one, but there are other entities here. Their presence is much softer than the original, but they're closer. I can feel them just a few feet away. Ed break. Okay, thank you. Entities, ghosts, spirits? I don't know what they are or what to call them, but these ones feel friendly. Well, neutral at least. They don't feel dangerous like the first one does. As I think about the other entity, I feel its presence grow stronger again. Closing in on me, trying to reach me. As it gets close, the other entities are forced closer as well. Like a wall between me and it. I can feel it so close now, coming from everywhere all at once. Giggity. It's suffocating. And then in an instant, it's gone. The pressure has vanished. The pressure has vanished. And with the presence... Ah, fuck's sake. You threw me off, Leisha! And then in an instant, it's gone. The pressure has vanished. And with it, the presence has left as well. All of them have. Everything has gone dark. I don't see space stretching into the distance anymore. But I hear something. It sounds like birds. Rise and shine, slacker. Time to get up. So we got this memory's opened up now. Unbound inspiration. So we got the chapter 1 stuff undone now. Thank you. I hear a heavy knock at my door. That must be Rose. I mean, giggity. I noticed the time I get up from my PC to open the door. She's early by about half an hour. You're here early? I state the obvious as the door swings open. Yeah, I busted my ass, got my work done ahead of time, so the boss let me go home early. May I come in, or are we gonna watch the premiere from the doorway? Oh, yeah, come in. I step out the way and close the door behind her as Rose steps in and proceeds to collapse backwards on the futon with a loud thump, one leg falling off the side as she stares blankly up at the ceiling. I settle back into my desk chair and turn on the TV, sifting through the channel guide to try and find the right channel. One of our favourite cartoons is finally releasing a new season, and they are premiering the first 4 episodes tonight at midnight. We missed the last season premiere due to life difficulties, and so we made sure we wouldn't miss this one. It seems Rose is excited for it as well. I can't think of many reasons why she would leave work early other than maybe for a Rocket Fox concert. And even then, it's not like she would have been cutting it close with today's premiere. Rocket Fox. I'm trying to see if I get the reference. I don't get the reference. Won't leaving early impact your pay? Normally, yes, but he's still going to pay me for the time since it was his decision to close the shop early. Oh, well, that's cool of him. Yeah, he has his moments. Good thing, though. It means I get to chill for a bit longer. I spot the channel I'm looking for and see that the premiere is still a ways out. Pardon me. Do you want me to put on some music while we wait for it to start? Wait. Is this the days of live TV? Who watches live TV anymore? I think there are a few rock stations on. Nah, don't bother. I want to use this time to practice a bit. Practice what? I look over to see Rose. I look over to see Rose has sat up and is reaching over to grab her guitar from the corner, which I now see in the corner. Is streaming this generation's version of live TV. Is in the day. Yeah, exactly. Days of live TV. I thought so because like when it was like looking at the TV guide and then searching through the channel. Rocket Fox made up band, but future updates will reference songs names to reveal who it's based on. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. No problem. It'll be nice getting to hear you play again. You really should play more often. I tune into the right channel, turn the volume down, setting the remote aside for later. Tell me about it. If you're up to me, I play every day. Sadly, there aren't enough hours in the day. Feel that. So true. Never enough hours. Rose scoffs dismissively, plugging in the guitar and plucking each string individually to tune it. Like you're one to talk, you spend half your free time sleeping it away. Yo, leave me alone. Drums 10 out of 10 glasses. Why, thank you. These are the Gunner glasses, the Miles Morales versions. They're blue light glasses to keep my eyes safe when I play loads and loads and loads of games on my PC and stuff. How you doing there, Drums? I hope you're well. Well, if there were more hours in the day, I wouldn't have to sacrifice sleep to be productive. It'd be a win-win scenario. I let out a small laugh, mostly to myself, as I turn back to my PC and notice that the stream I was watching is coming to an end. I had spent my afternoon watching an online friend of mine, a Viking-esque bear named King, play some social deduction games with his wife. Fittingly, she goes by the name Queen. I think Rose might enjoy them and their crude humor. I'll have to remember to show her stream next time they're live. Dude! Nice! Behind me, I hear Rose begin to strum away, just playing whatever comes to mind and letting her fingers do the work. Giggity. Yeah, so basically, Peppermint in chat is the dev of this game. And I was told there might be a reference to me in the game. And I'm a Viking-esque bear, which I love. I think that's brilliant. Yes, it's a reference to me in the game. I listen idly. All you need now, Pepper, is a picture, like a picture of me on the screen. I listen idly as I listen idly as the steady strumming eventually turns into an adventurous melody. And still a Twitch streamer in the universe too. I know, right? I lay my head back on my chair, staring up at the ceiling, letting the time tick by as the music swells around the apartment. I don't get to enjoy moments like this as much as I used to. I remember back when I was still in high school, spending hours just listening to endless tunes. It's calming. I look over at Rose, and she is lost in the music, staring down at the guitar, trying new things, experimenting. She really does love this. It's nice to see her at peace, her usual scowl absent while she plays. Drums, thank you very much for the follow, my friend. Your king graciously bows in your presence, and thank you very much for your attendance today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. How did you find us? All the coding is done in... by the way, that's AI Alicia. That's an AI chatbot that interacts with you guys. All the coding is done is GMS2. Backgrounds modeled in Unreal Engine. Character art is done by my Italian artist friend. Awesome. Yeah, I was going to do that. We've got the link to the game at the top. Actually looking for someone who might take the demo requests from indie devs, and the glasses just sealed the deal. Ooh, I love me some indies. We played indie. We legit played indie. An indie game last Friday where we play tested the game live on stream with like 10 other people. It's a game called Incognito. It's like a new social deduction game. Funny that, isn't it? Funny that. Social deduction game. And Queen did join us. But yeah, so we do. If you want to, Drums, if you want to have a chat, my dude, you can put socials, !socials in chat, and you can find me on socials and we can have a chat. King, I had a Karen who tried to humiliate me. Oh no, what did they do? What did they do? Lady, what did they do? Yeah, Aussie Karens are probably some of the worst, probably. Who won Super Smash Bros? We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Because I said I was going for a smoke break, she called me disgusting and wasted human potential. Wow. Anywhere at all. Drums, anywhere at all. Anywhere at all. If you prefer to send me an email, send me an email. If you want to find me on Twitter, whatever you use most. The only ones I don't really use are Facebook and Instagram, so don't get me on those. Twitter, email, whatever. Right. Let's get back to it. She's just She's able to just relax and let her creativity flow out into the world. Your music is very captivating. Why don't you... My voice trails off as I realize that I'm not sure how to ask the question without making it sound like Rose isn't doing anything with her life. Shit. I've done that a lot of the times where you start to say something and then you go, oh, this is not going to sound like how I think it's going to sound like. I might want to actually phrase this better, or just say, take this how I mean it. Why don't I what? Uh-oh. Leisha was a bit late there, wasn't she? Rose looks up from the guitar, her music pausing as she waits for me to continue my question. Have you ever considered pursuing music? Rose lets out a small chuckle and returns her gaze to the guitar, continuing her playing. After a short pause, she responds. I've thought about it many times. Well, what's stopping you then? And again, there's another long pause filled with music as she thinks about the question. life. I have responsibilities now. I have to pay bills, I have to put food on the table, and that means working a job with long hours and minimal pay. Oh, fuck capitalism. Rose seemed saddened by her own words, but that couldn't be the whole story, right? Everyone works. And even people still follow their dreams. It depends though, doesn't it? It depends on the amount of work. The music restart broke, noted. Cool, dude. What about working on it in your free time? Why does it matter to you so much? Yo, I'm just trying to, I want to see you happy. I want to see you happy, girl, that's all. Rose barked, the music grinding to a halt, and her usual glare was back in place. Uh-oh, here we go. I'm caught off guard by her change in tone. I guess the question struck a nerve. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter really. I was just curious. Rose lets out a sigh and sets the guitar back down on its stand. It's just the way my life is right now. When I'm not working, eating, or sleeping, it feels like I've only ever have a few hours left over. And I'd rather not spend that time doing more work, even if it's something I enjoy. Don't you mean we need a sugar mama? Hey, my sugar mama's there. Rose eyes her guitar with a somber gaze. I open my mouth to speak, but the words fail to form. What could I possibly say in response to that hasn't already been said or heard? I shift uncomfortably in my seat as I search for anything I could say to break the silence settling over us. Rose can be mine, it's fine. I think she has enough to do looking after our main character. The seconds stretch on, punctuated only by the faint hum of the air conditioner. I open my mouth to speak again, still unsure of what to say, but determined to at least say something. You are the main character. Fuck. Rose quickly stands up and stretches, her arms extending towards the ceiling. All right, time to cook some food. You hungry? I pause for a moment, taken off guard by the sudden topic change. But I find the words I was going to say before and power onward. Rose, are you hungry? Oh, Rose doesn't want to have this conversation. Push through. Go on, push through. Have the difficult conversation. Rose cuts me off with an abrasive and stern tone, heavy in her voice, each word short and succinct. I guess she doesn't want to talk about it anymore. Well, no point in pressing the issue. Every point in pressing the issue, especially since it will likely just end with me pissing her off and getting more shoulder bruises. Bring the shoulder bruises. Bring it. Sure, I could eat. What you making? What am I making? Ha! I ain't your personal chef. If you want any, then you gotta pinch in too. So get your ass in here and help me prep. Rose motions for me to follow as she makes her way into the kitchen and starts sifting through the fridge for ingredients. Do I even get a say in the matter? Rose pops her head over the fridge door. Hello! Rose pops her head over, sorry, literally my ADHD brain, when I was like, pops her head over the fridge door, all I could see was Mrs. Doubtfire to give her a present glare. Simping. When did I say simping? Depends. Do you want to eat bacon carbonara with some veggies while we watch the first few episodes, or would you rather eat microwaved ramen in a cup after the premiere ends at 2 a.m? Yeah, choices. Why not both? The offer is impossible to argue against. Bacon carbonara is the clear winner by a mile. Although I can't help but crack a smile when I realize I have the opportunity to poke fun at her a bit. Well, the ramen doesn't require me to put in any work, so it's very tempting. Thank you very much for the clip, Pepper. That caught me well off guard. That legit caught me well off guard, Lady Leggy. I don't. Hello. I know, right? I already need a bloody editing team, Leisha. Legit. Like, I'm constantly working on clips. One went up literally one went up. I was putting one up as I was getting ready for stream, because I haven't put any up this week, and I was trying to get this one up and ready to be put out before stream, and it was like, damn it, God, get it done. I'm constantly editing. I wish I could pay for an editor. I legit would love to pay for an editor. It'd be amazing. Anyway, hello! Rose squints her eyes at me, deepening the glare for a moment before ducking back behind the door. You've got 5 seconds to get in here and help before I decide what pan-seared King's Court tastes like. I taste meaty. Meaty. I chuckle to myself as I make my way over to the kitchen to assist. That's so fucking cool! Right, so we got this one open. Oh, Drums wants me to answer a question. What's my favorite type of bug? Oh,
Me.
Queen is a sex bug. She bugs me for sex. I know, right? What's my favorite type of bug? I don't know if I can pick one. So, you know the bugs that have camouflage, like stick insects and stuff like that. The ones that like turn into leaves and stuff like that. The way they camouflage with nature is amazing. The way they camouflage with nature is like, it blows my mind. And then praying mantises, funnily enough, there was Rachel was in the chat earlier today. She has a new orchid praying mantis, and it is fucking beautiful. And I went traveling around Europe. I went traveling around Europe for 6 months, and yo, Sparrow, good evening, how you doing? It is still just about evening here in the UK. When I went traveling around Europe, I ended up in southern France, and I was working on a house while I was staying at this place. I was working at a house, and while we were working outside doing some bits and pieces, a praying mantis landed on my hand. It was about this big, okay? It was about this big, about that long. And I just stood there looking at it, and it was amazing. Just looking how they worked, how intricate they are. Praying mantises are definitely up there. So yeah, that I don't think I could pick one, Drums. I don't think I could pick one. What about you? Stick insect your favorite? Peppermints says stick insect as well. Stick bug. Tony, is it Tony Chads? Is that Tony Chads? Have you changed your name? Why did you change your name? What have you done? What did you do? What did you do, Tony? Right. GZ, are you sure you have enough? Has he got loads of books? Has he got loads of books? Oh no, it's still only one book. I take the book bag stacked full with a mix of about 20 novels and manga off the counter, changing my stance to account for the added off-balance weight as I just adjust the strap to on my shoulder. Apex full-time now? Apex, more Apex than only Apex? I mean, why have you changed your name, Tony? Why is your name changed? I need to get me a TikTok so I can interact with more chatters. So having TikTok and Twitch up does work. It does get some good cross-contamination, but using TikTok Studio is also quite a strain on the PC whilst you have both running at the same time. But it's definitely worth trying if you can do it. do it. It's always good to do. TikTok can be a little bit, for streams, can be a little bit up and down. Like sometimes you'll have really good streams, you have loads of people pop in, loads of people talking, and then sometimes you'll have like streams that sort of cut off a little bit, and it just really depends on what you're playing, the time you're playing. You'll have a few people that will come in and they're like your regulars, but they usually only stay for a little while, and then they'll go back, and then they'll come back, and then they'll go, and then they'll come back, and it's completely fine because TikTok's algorithm isn't based around the long-term views. It's short-term views more often than anything. Oh, I got 2 PCs and beastly internet, so you'll be fine. Oh, you'll definitely be fine, Pepper. You'll definitely be fine. Right. So take a strap off shoulder. Don't have read that bit. One of these days, you'll stop asking me that question. Z wears a big grin on her face as she takes the other similarly sized bag off the counter and begins making her way towards the library doors. I follow her lead. And miss out on you going back for another 2 or 3 books? Not likely. Well, there was that sci-fi novel that had 1,000 and some odd pages. I'm sure I could run and grab that one really fast. Please, no. My back says we already have enough for you as it is. If you insist. Z shrugs, her smile unwavering as we start our walk to the bus stop a block away. The bag bounces heavily against me with every step, forcing me to readjust the strap multiple times. However, Z doesn't seem to be having an issue with the weight. How does she always make this look so easy? The bag's like half her size, and yet she's walking effortlessly, as if the bag is nothing more than a tiny purse. Starting to post again, now I'm going to be all Apex, so I thought I'd change it up finally. That's fair, that's fair. Pepper is based on my own persona, aka Peppermint, but Rose, Ego, and Z are all custom-made personas, especially for this game, or specifically for this game. However, their personalities and actions are based on real people. Pepper herself, personality-wise, is not based on me. I just used my sonar and applied it to the original character present. That's fair, dude. Yeah. Shit, I think I might have actually been staring at her while I was thinking. That's awkward. Oh, shadow. Oh, is the shadow like my self-doubt? Is that what this is? If that's the case, mine would be a lot bigger. It's creepy. It's not creepy. She's a friend. She'll understand that I got distracted in my own head. Then why pretend it didn't happen instead of calling it as it is? Because it's an awkward and embarrassing conversation that I don't want to have. Coward. Shut up. You okay, Kings? Shit. I return my gaze to Z, already feeling my face get flushed. Yeah, I'm fine. I just got carried away thinking. Oh, what about? A dark presence that was stood over your shoulder talking to me, telling me about all my self-doubts and problems. There was like a voice in my head that keeps telling me to kill people and do things. You know, we don't have those voices. Do we? No, not at all. It's the shame monster from Big Mouth. Oh, what a shame. Nothing important, really. Sorry for staring. See? Was that so hard? Yes, it was, actually. Oh, no worries. I was honestly off in my own head, too. Leisha, you're falling behind a little bit today, love. You're really. Let me check your thing, because you're falling behind a little bit. I'll have a look at the settings for next time. See if I can change the settings up a little bit. Back to the game. Right. You know when you type out a whole rant, then delete it and just say, I'm okay. Yeah, that. Dude, yes. Yeah, you go off on one, then you're like, nah, fuck it. It's fine. Sorry? Thank you, gorgeous. Right, back to the game. We share a few minutes of silence until we reach the bus stop. I'm glad to remove the weight from my shoulders as we sit down and wait. Is there actually a book with that many pages? Yo, Spartan! Wait, I'm not the only one that hears voices that wants to kill everyone too? No, not here. Never, never. Why would I ever get that? I asked just to have any excuse to break the silence. Huh? Z looks a little confused. I guess she really was off in her own head. The one you mentioned earlier, I mean. The one with like 1,000 pages. Oh, absolutely. The book doesn't sound like the kind of thing I usually go for, but the temptation to tackle a book that massive, giggity, is exciting. It catches my eye and calls my name every time I walk through the library. In that case, what's stopping you from grabbing it? Nothing really. I just keep putting it off in favor for getting a bunch of smaller stories instead. I mean, what if I don't like the story? What if it's not any good? I'll be stuck reading just that until it's finished and I can't get something new. No, I would legit like finish. Like I'd be like, I'm done. Cool, I'm done. Props to anyone who knows the book name. So it's a sci-fi book over 1,000 pages. Why do I feel like it's going to be something like The Thing? Oh, mate, people who chew with their mouth open. No! But with a bunch of smaller books, I can always just take a break to read something better until I'm ready to power through. I look at the bag of books at our feet. She certainly won't be short on options if she starts a boring book. Fair point. Do you know which one you're going to start with? I have way too many good options to select anything just yet, but I'll let you know once I decide which one gets to be first. My mind is filling with fantasy books, none sci-fi. What type of fantasy you talking about, Shin? What type of fantasy you talking about? What do you think, though? Did any of them stand out to you as a good starting point? Let me see. I would like to know. Yes, Pepper, I would like to know. I check my phone. I quickly check my phone and see what we still that we still have a bit more time before the next bus shows up. Good. Plenty of time. Magic and shit, get your mind out the gutter, Pops. My mind is never... I am always in the gutter looking up at the stars, my friend. Always in the gutter, staring up at the stars. I gently and carefully go through the books in both bags. I know better than to be unkind to books around Z. Battlefield Earth. Interesting. Last thing is I need is for her chewing me out for not treating them with enough respect. But pretend it isn't in the garden. Never. I would never pretend. Never. Even if it would be funny to see her tiny form try to be intimidating. I'm not a Scientologist, but I read the book once. The whole religion. Yeah, technically it's all based off of the science fiction novels, isn't it? There's a couple of them. They were done by, what's his fucking face? No. Fuck, I know his name. I've forgotten it now. As I near the bottom of the second bag, a book stands out to me. Yes, Hubbard. Yeah. It's a faded blue with a faint gold color scripting across its surface. It features a golden four-toed paw print on the front of the cover. The title is just as faded as the rest of the book and is even completely rubbed away in a few spots, but I can still make it out with minimal effort. It says, The Pentaset Demon. Ooh. What about this one? Ooh, that looks like a great one. It's clearly been read tons of times. I mean, It looks almost as faded as my second edition copy of The Fellowship of the Collar. The Fellowship of the Collar. And you know how much I love that series? Got to see the new Doom ads? Oh, yes, dude, that comes out in like 10 days, doesn't it? The new Doom comes out in like 10 days. Yes, Lord of the Rings reference. True, this book is pretty worn. I'm not really sure why I picked it. You mean aside from the fact that you judged a book by its cover? I mean, well, yeah, aside from that. Here, let's read the foreword and see what it's about. Z takes the book from me, flips open the inner cover, and begins to read. Her eyes scan over the words. They swiftly move from line to line, and within a few seconds, she's done. I mean, she reads better than I do. I think you've picked a great one. It seems to be a high fantasy-based mystery novel, and the blurb hints towards some mentalism, and if I'm reading between the lines right, Z hands the book back to me. Here, you read this one. I'll tackle the others, and you can let me know if it's truly worth reading. Why does it feel like she's handing me a possessed book? Why does it feel like she's handing me a possessed book? Thanks. I do actually own a second edition copy of Fellowship, by the way. Ooh, nice. Really? Won't you get in trouble for loaning out a library book? Only if you don't return it to me in time for the next trip. Besides, the book spoke to you. I'm counting possessed book. It's possessed. Z blushes, probably embarrassed by her own cheesy line. But I guess she has a point. The book did catch my attention. I may as well give it a read. Thanks. I'll make sure to get it back to you on time. If the character's anything like me, not gonna happen. Don't fuss over it, Kings. I trust you. Ha! Fool! Z starts searching through the books to find a selection of her own. Over a few short minutes, she picks out a thick, bulky novel. Giggity. Leans against me, and starts to read. Taking her cue, I open the Pentaset Demon, and the two of us escape into our respective fantasy worlds, lost entirely in another realm until the bus arrives. Let's do... I feel like we should get down here done first. Yeah. I feel like we should get down here done first. I peered down into the small shoebox sitting between me and Z. We are sitting on the living room floor with the box on the ground between us. Its lid has been cut off so that the box could remain easily open, but sat in the center was the crow. In one corner, Mum had placed a small square plastic bowl filled with water, and in another, a bundled hand towel as a makeshift nest. Sorry, pardon me. He looks much better than he did earlier. Yeah, Mum has always been good with stuff like that. Now that she had given the crow a soft washcloth cleaning, the crow's coat was nice and shiny, no longer coated in dust and dirt from the road. As we watched, it was preening some of the feathers under its broken wing, making sure to move slowly and deliberately each time. Mum had used some popsicle sticks, paper clips, and tape. She fucking MacGyvered it to make small brace for the wing and pinned it firmly, yet comfortably in place, forcing the crow to not move its wing so that the bone could heal. That film ruined it for me. Peppermint, very nice. Not read The Hunger Games, but I want to read the book. I recommend reading. It goes both ways. The Aragon book is miles better than the movie. Okay, interesting. At first, the crow seemed apprehensive of the new edition, but after a few small pecks, it left the brace alone and hasn't touched it since. Do you think it will make a full recovery? Maybe be able to fly again? I look closely at the crow's damaged wing. It doesn't look too badly mangled, only broken in a single place. But then again, I don't really know anything about crows. Gonna let Pops. Gonna stream some... No worries, dude. You go ahead and do what you gotta do. For all I know, it could be a fatal injury. I don't know, but I hope it's nothing serious. I hear Pepper come running into the room from the hall behind me. All right. I have the pillows and blankets all laid out for later. I've narrowed the movie selection down to 5, and the... Pepper cuts herself off as she spots our new friend between us. Oh, hello, little guy. Pepper quickly drops to her hands and knees, peering down into the box with a huge smile on her face. Careful, Pepper. Be gentle and slow. We don't want to scare or hurt it any more than it already is, okay? Yeah, I gotcha. Pepper slowly and gently reaches into the box and pets the crow. Ooh, he's so soft. Have you given him a name yet? No, not yet. Besides, we don't even know if it is a guy. Could be a girl for all we know. Well, why don't we just check then? Pepper, birds aren't like other animals. We don't just check in the same manner as other animals to see what it is. And I'm definitely not about to start searching for that answer on the internet. I mean, it's probably no worse than my internet search history. I barely managed to stop myself from laughing at that mental image. Yeah. I guess I see what you mean. Well, we just pick a name for it then. And then we can just change its name later if we got it wrong. It's not our pet, Pepper. We're just helping it heal, then releasing it. The plan isn't to keep it forever, and we really shouldn't name it. That's like, I would love to have a crow or a raven as a pet, but I also absolutely hate the idea of having birds as pets. Like, dogs are now so domesticated that if you put them out in the wild, they wouldn't know what to do. But like, most dogs anyway. But birds specifically, I hate the idea of having birds as pets. Poe. I want to call him Poe. That's actually a really good name, and I'm sure I know why that's come from Z, obviously being a reader. GG's. I look over at Z, kind of surprised. I didn't just expect her to have a name ready like that, or more so, I'm shocked that she's already attached enough to want to name it. Really? Like the author with the raven? Isn't that a bit cliche? Maybe a bit, but look at him. He's a perfect, sleek, black. He definitely looks like he is like a he. If I had to take a guess, and I've always... Sorry, hang on, I'm messing this up. He definitely looks like a he. And if I had to take a guess, and I've always enjoyed reading The Raven... I'm reading this wrong. This is me, I'm sure. He definitely looks like a he, and if I had to take a guess... Actually, no, I don't know if I am. If I had to take a guess. Yeah, sorry, I'm fucking this up. If I had to take a guess. And I always enjoyed reading The Raven. Seems like a good name to me. Sorry, yeah, that's me fucking it up. As I said, this is my way my brain works with reading. The way my brain is reading, that's all. It's fine, don't worry. I let out a slow exhale. All right, then. We'll give him a name. But we can do better than Poe. And when we release him, no crying from either of you if you get attached. There'll be tears of joy, and you can't stop me. Pepper sticks her tongue out at me, then jumps up and runs back towards the bedrooms. No harm in having me double check when it happens. That's fine, dude. It's mainly me. So as I said, when I read things, my brain either adds or takes away things from a sentence to try and make it make sense. But sometimes my brain does that and then fucks up the rest of the sentence for me because I'm already trying to be 2 steps ahead when I should just be on the words that I'm trying to read. Z silently nods in agreement before pondering an alternate name. I watch as Z takes over from Pepper, slowly and gently petting the bird's head and upper beak, being careful not to get too close to his wing. Am I the arsehole for not wanting to get too attached to it? It's barely been a few hours and we don't even know if it's going to live. We should at least wait until it has better odds. But I guess my opinion on that has been overruled. Noticing that Z seems to be struggling with an alternate name, I offer up one of my own. What about Florian? That's a nice name. Why that one? It's a character from a book I read. He was just some shop owner, but I like the way the name sounds. Z thinks it over for a moment, then cracks a smile while looking down at the shoebox. Little Florian, I think it's perfect. Told you we could do better than Poe. I crack a soft smile and I stand and help Z to her feet. She picks up the shoebox to bring with her. Come on. We still need to pick a movie and I still need to make the popcorn. If we wait too long, Pepper might start without us. Z smiles and gives a small laugh at my joke, although it's clear her focus is still on caring for Florian. I give her a soft pat on the back, and we make our way through the kitchen, making a few different flavors of popcorn, and head into the room to settle in for our movie night. Pepper has laid out what I can only assume is every pillow and blanket we own across the floor, turning my room into a giant nest of pure comfort in every direction. Sitting in front of the TV are the 5 movies she picked, propped up and awaiting our decision. We make our selection rather quickly and get comfortable. Pepper is already halfway through her bowl of popcorn before the movie even starts. Reference to shop owner Harry Potter, Florian Fortesque, but also the artist has a pet bird named Florian. This was a surprise to her, and she cried when she read what the bird's name was. Oh, nice! Throughout the night, Z keeps Florian by her side, always watching over him. Awesome sauce. So we are now up here. Rise and shine, slacker. Time to get up. I crack my eyes to see the morning sun streaming through the window. Rose has pulled the blinds, and the light cascades over me like a blanket of heat, warming my face. She stands beside the futon, disappointment etched across her features. My thoughts slowly churn as I shake off sleep, struggling to form a coherent response. 5 more minutes. I feel like I've barely slept at all. I close my eyes again, hoping to snag a few more moments of slumber. Maybe I can slip back into my dream. I can't remember what it was about, but it felt important. Oh, sure, Your Highness. I mean, excuse me, I am king. Her sarcasm drips like honey. I'm so sorry for disturbing your beauty sleep. Please forgive my insolence. I hear her footsteps move to the head of my bed until she's hovering just above me. And while you're at it, Your Highness, could you do me a favor? And she pauses for dramatic effect. I feel the futon springs creak beneath her weight. My eyes snap open, realization dawning too late. My rushed attempt to sit up is futile. I'm still exhausted, and Rose has already made her move. Get up! With a swift motion, she flips the futon mattress, tossing the bedding, pillows, and myself in a mess to the floor. I crash down hard, bedding tumbling around me. Damn it, Rose, why? I ask sternly, looking on as the pillows continue to fumble away from what was once our cozy, safe nest of shared warmth. You're keeping everyone waiting. Get dressed. We're going to be late, so hurry up. With that, Rose strides towards the door, leaving me sprawled on the floor in a daze. Don't make me come back in here. You know, they could just go without me. It's not like you guys have to wait on... I lift my head from the pile of blankets, only to find she's already gone. A slow, heavy sigh escapes my lips. She really doesn't leave much room for error. I push myself up and shake off the remnants of sleep. All right, let's do this. Just one day at a time. I get dressed as quickly as I can and head outside. Still, Such a beautiful view. I've only been here a few months now, and it still takes my breath away. Although Rose leaning against the balcony, tapping her foot, really does sour the view a bit. I know she means well, but with a name like hers, you would think she would stop to enjoy the view every once in a while. Good, you're ready. Come on, let's go. Fine, fine, I'm right behind you. Oh, a few too many. Oh no, do we get pissed? Come on, Kings, just one more. I've already had 5, Rose. Give me a minute to... Rose proceeds to pour another shot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This could go wrong. I'm not sure if she just ignored me or if she failed to hear my protest over the music. Rose hands me a shot of rum, some of the dark liquid spilling over the edge of the shot glass as she slides it over to me. Ready? Fine, but this is my last one for now. Yeah, just drink. Rose quickly taps her shot glass on the table and tosses it back. I trail a second behind, but with a reservation, follow her lead. I can feel that familiar lasting burn as the straight rum slides down. Even as I take my next breath, the singeing feeling continues. Same with that everlasting, horrible taste. Blah. I can see why they named this brand after a mythical sea monster. It's Kraken! I shake my head and try to distract myself from the horrid flavour as the hair on the back of my neck stands up, and quickly drink a soda chaser to wash it away. My face is already starting to feel warm, and I've only been here maybe an hour. First day at the convention, and just like every year, the nightlife is roaring day one. The dance light flash and illuminate the DJ skillfully at work, making people's bodies move with his beat while they drink and cheer him on. Pepper, would this be a convention that you may have been to? Maybe. Some are fully costumed up, others leaving very little to the imagination. But what matters is that everyone in the room at the room party is having fun. Rose tosses an arm around my shoulder and leans on me. She's fine for now, but I know from experience that she won't be that way much longer. Best I get her away from the alcohol as soon as possible. I look around and see the rest of the gang scattered throughout the party, mixed with a good 20 or 30 of our mutual friends and a few strangers. All of us packed in a single hotel suite and probably exceeding capacity. It may or may not have been a convention I attended, and may or may not have been my second experience with Kraken. Ego and Z are sitting on the couch chatting with a few other people who look relatively sober. Probably not the best solution, but I doubt Rose will stay there longer than necessary. Pepper is lost amongst the group of dancers near the DJ. She has a drink in both hands and just finished tossing one back with reckless abandon. My first experience with Kraken being the mythical hot tub event. Yes. Definitely not with Pepper. Then I spot him. He's sitting alone on the couch, off to the side of the main party area. He has a drink in his hand and his head is tilted back with closed eyes. He looks like he's taking slow, deep breaths. Hey Rose, isn't that the guy you met at the hot tub? I point him out and Rose gives him a once over. Yeah, what about it? He looks like he could use some company. Why not go say hi? He also happens to be conveniently as far away from the alcohol as possible. You trying to get rid of me already? The night's barely started, Kings. Rose hits me in the arm in what I presume is meant to be a playful manner, although still had a bit of sting to it. I resist the urge to rub my arm. No, of course not. Just trying to give you some better company, that's all. Shadow. I plaster a smile on my face, hoping she's too drunk to see through my blatant lie. She takes another short glance over at him, and slyly a grin forms on her face. Yeah, you're probably right. Right, he does look pretty lonely. But when I get back, we're taking more shots. I'm still far too sober for my liking. It's like me at most parties. Deal? Rose holds out a fist, and we bump knuckles. Deal. Good. Rose jogs away and vaults over the arm of the couch, landing next to the guy. Her sudden landing clearly surprised him, but he seems to recover from it fairly quickly. Rose wastes no time chatting him up. I'm glad that's taken care of. I'm sure you are. Pawning your problems off on someone else. That's not true, and you know it. Hiding behind strangers to fix things while you avoid them. Shut up. The truth hurts, doesn't it? I feel my chest tighten up, my breathing growing short and rapid. You really have to sort out your issues. They're starting to blind you. I said, shut up. Deep breaths, Kings. Focus on slow breathing. It's going to be okay. You're just getting yourself worked up over nothing. Don't let a little anxiety ruin your night. I noticed the shot glass on the counter next to me. Rose is right. I'm too sober for this. Not a good idea. Or as they said, or as the opera singer would say in Scrubs, mistake. I pour another shot, this time filling the glass almost to the rim and downing it quickly. I grimace from the bitter flavor and quickly follow it up with another chaser. Yuck. Still just as terrible. I look over at Rose and the hot tub guy. She's sitting quite close to him, and the two seem to be having a pretty deep conversation. As they talk, she keeps reaching out to touch his arm, but each time she does, both of them pull away. Each time she does, both of them pull away as if the very contact burned them. Grace, yeah, Scrubs references. I watch them for a bit, curious as to what's going on. He seems fine. He politely talks to her with a smile on his face the entire time, and even laughs a bit nervously each time it happens. But Rose, when it happens for a single moment, I see her stop and think. She seems confused. Is she overthinking it all? Reading too much into it, maybe? So you're stalking your friends now, are you? No, I'm just worried about her. I want to help. And yet, you just sit here, not helping. I need another drink. No, you don't. Mistake. Number 2. As I turn to pour another, I notice the room seems to lag behind my movements. Uh-oh. Everything seems sluggish, like it's all underwater. Uh-oh. I let out a sigh of relief. Finally, it took long enough. Where are we? So we've got pathway 2, which is up here. We reached the ground floor to find the others waiting for us. Pepper sits off to my right while playing with a charming little turtle that was wandering across the sidewalk, enjoying the warmth coming from the sun. Ego's sitting on his bike, resting his head in his arms on the handlebars. And of course, Z is sitting on the storage bars on the back of Ego's bike, reading a book. Thank you, baby. It doesn't... Sorry? Add in 3, cool. It doesn't appear to be the same one from last night. She really burns through those books quickly. All right, round it up, Pepper. Oh, all right, round it up, Pepper. Time to move. We're already pushing it. 3 peaks, baby. May as well just say it like it is, Rose. We're going to be late. My face curls into a slight grimace upon hearing that. I didn't intend to make everyone late on my account. Sorry. Yeah, whatever. Buy me lunch and I'll call it even. All right. Pepper puts her turtle down and softly pats its shell. Sorry, little guy. Gotta go. Stay safe. Rose mounts her bike and Pepper stands on the bars behind her. I grab my own bike and join the group. Pepper leans forward over Rose and shouts as she points forward dramatically. Mush! Rose rolls her eyes, but begins to pedals anyway. Pedal anyways. The rest of us not far behind her. Pepper Jack. Oh, fuck it. Peppermint. Pepper. Are you still there? So, how far in am I? Because it's coming up to like 12 o'clock. How far in am I? Hit the settings icon in the top left and it'll say if it will show you. Settings icon. Oh, there we go. 66% of the way through. Cool. I'm probably gonna have to leave it there tonight just because of time. But I enjoyed that. I legitimately enjoyed that, and usually I'm going to be biased because obviously it's yours, and therefore I'm going to take more time with it. But usually games like this, I would probably say half an hour to an hour, and I'm like, meh, I'm done now. But we're 3 hours and 14 minutes in, and we started this after about an hour of yeah, we're 3.5 hours in, and we started about an hour and a half after we started stream. So that's 2 hours of straight gameplay. And yeah, I like it. Yes, it's because I played, I don't know. So can you tell me something, Pepper? Was I playing it in a really weird way? Is there a certain way you're supposed to read it, or was I doing it the right way, or is there no wrong way to do it? As like, can you give us a bit of an idea of like, was I reading it the right way? Was I going through it the right way? Is there any way that you're supposed to do it? That sort of thing. That's fair. Most people play these games in short 30 to 60 minute bursts, and also you're also going slower due to reading out and chat interaction. Sticking through these ads breaks. Yeah, whatever. Stop the ad breaks. Fuck off. It's meant to be non-linear. Some people use the timeline at the bottom to determine their play order. Others have path north, then it comes back, hits the missing ones. So doing what I was doing, yeah. Okay, cool. There's no wrong way to pace. Your pace kept it interesting. 2 hours of vibes. Wow. Thank you, Leisha. Giving me props there. Leisha, giving me props. No, never. Never. So I'll wait for you guys to get back from the ads, and then I will say goodbye to we'll get some more info on the game, and then we'll probably do some goodbyes and stuff like that. Zorika, how you doing, dude? Yes. Zoica, we're playing a game that has been made by a very good friend of ours. Oh, eyes are hurting a little bit. It's a visual novel game. It's really interesting. Very local and independent. And yes. Ads are done now. I've noticed streamers tend to take about 2.5 to 3 hours to finish. The current version, due to chat interactions and such, while non-stream plays do so in about an hour and a half. Okay, cool. So I'm kind of on par with how other people have done it. That's cool. So yeah, Zoica, if you can see us, dude, this game is a friend of ours. Ain't easy to pull off. Hope you picked the right options. True ending only run. Thankfully there's no option, so I don't have to worry about that. But like, so this is the background at the moment, and these are the characters. Zoica, which characters are fucking awesome. I know, right? So Peppermint, who you can see in chat, is the dev. It is, yes. Peppermint in chat is the dev, and we've been playing for about 2 and a bit hours now, and I'm probably gonna have to head off in a mo because it is getting to about that time. I do have to be up tomorrow with the kiddos, and I would like to spend a little bit of time chilling with Queen before we go sleep and shit. So yes, but this has been really fun. Yeah, go on. Thank you. You come to MCM. At the moment, I have no plans. At the moment, I have no plans to go to MCM, but if that changes, I will let you know. If that does change, I'll let you know. Not at all. Dude, Pepper. Dude, come here. Come here. You know I will always support you. If I legit don't think... If I don't like stuff, I will tell you, but I will still support you, especially if this is something that you enjoy and that you love. Like, I'm going to support you. If I don't like it, I'm going to be honest with you about it. But legit, I didn't realize that we'd been at it for 2 hours. No, that's a lie. The only reason I knew we'd been at it for a while, the only reason I knew that we'd been at it for a while is because my throat's starting to hurt from all the talking. Hit the setting icon, main menu, hit credits. Okay, cool. Hang on. You want me to hit exit memory? Main menu. Credits. Oh, look, my name's there. So Peppermint, Rinwolf, Peppermint. So game design lead, Peppermint. Programming, Peppermint, Rinwolf. Writing story characters, Peppermint. Editing, code review, Sigmata. Visual character designs, Crescent Hughes Studios. Character art, Scissors Runner. Main menu backgrounds, Crescent Hughes Studios. All other backgrounds unfinished, rendered by Peppermint. Fuck me, I will get it right. Music, Tungaman, Alka Crab, and Helkes and NZ. Special thanks to Patreon backers, including me, Kilo Thorin, Sam, Brian G, Dark Descent, and Lux the Loof.
I'd love to see the design of your character as a persona.
You want to see my character as a persona? I might have to design it. It's free at the moment, so yes, go. It's pinned at the top of chat. It's pinned at the top of chat. If you want to go check out the game, it's pinned at the top of chat. Go check it out. Whew. But yeah, so honestly, Pepper, if I didn't like it, I would tell you. The only reason I know that we've been at it a while is because, as I said, my throat's starting to hurt from all the talking. But apart from that, I legit didn't realize how long we'd been at it. I really did enjoy my playthrough. I enjoyed the characters. Trust bro, I understand completely. The fact you lost track of time is good. I did. You did do your job well. And I